Hi, is your this lifetime goal is get out from reincarnation cycle? You don't want to get reborn as a human again, or what is that?
I'm working real hard not to have to come back here.
I sense that amazing that even think that way is the most amazing thing.
Yeah, I am working very hard on my. Let me explain what really is going on now. All my
Mm,
life, I've taken big situations on myself that
mm,
always made me feel inside myself that I have to really struggle to get to God, to get to higher energy, to get the energy in order to do the things that I was trying to do. And at this
mm,
point in my life, I mean, I keep getting these profound messages in myself, which is telling me I don't have to do that anymore. What I
mm,
have to do is allow myself to just kind of melt into love, into joy, into simplicity, into sweetness, into Ananda. And that is what's taking place now. So instead of constantly fighting in myself to get to, just relax. Let the energy come.
mm,
Let the sweetness come.
mm,
Let that delicious quality of spiritual energy permeate every single cell and muscle and bone
mm,
of my body. And I never had this before. I was always fighting like hell in myself to get to a higher place in order to get the energy to do the projects that I was doing in my life. And it's changing. It's changing in such a profound and good way that I keep being told inside myself, relax, let it just happen.
mm,
Let that higher energy just take over your system. It will
mm.
produce everything that you need to have in your life. And to me, this is really a miracle.
Yes.
I've been through the other, not many of you have really been through the kinds of situations I had to support in my life. And I know what it's like to have to break myself apart in order to get the energy to do it. And out of that has come this remarkable new state of being. And I think it's totally extraordinary.
Mm,
Just relax, let it take place. Let the energy just flow through you.
mm,
Trust that the higher spiritual energy, and what is it all about? It's the ability to love, to feel God inside, to feel sweetness inside myself, to be able to share that love. I mean, we had a meditation here today, an in-person meditation that was so extraordinary in the profundity of the sweetness that was flowing in the room. And it's all part of this new level of inner work that's coming into my life. And I'm very grateful for this because it really means that the kind of struggles that I used to go through, you know, I've done, it's finished.
mm.
And I think it will attract students who really want the kind of thing that's taking place today.
Mm.
Because I'm telling you, we had a class today that was so delicious. It was so profoundly sweet and beautiful and nurturing. Even the hands-on work has changed. It's lighter, it's deeper, it's full of love. And I really want to have that truly for the rest of my life
Mm.
without worrying about having to come back here or not come back. I mean, I wrote a book of poems, and Actually, you know, Atsuko, you were responsible for this book of poems. You know that, don't you? No, you don't know that.
Respond for what? What?
For me writing a book of poems.
Oh.
You know, you took one of my poems, you made a song out of it.
No, I never saw lyrics so
And it
kind
came
so
and you
beautiful.
sent it. Wait, let me finish, okay? And it
Okay.
came to me.
It's like,
You sent it to me. And it needed a little correction and some crafting to get it a little better. And then all of a sudden I went to a cabinet I have in my closet. I opened the drawer and I found a manuscript there I didn't even know I had of
wow.
poems that I wrote back in the 1980s, the 70s, and they were all like the poem that you sent me. They all needed crafting. All the ideas were there, and it took me about 2 months, and I finished all 100 and something poems that became a book. And it was you sending me that poem that initiated that.
Wow, I didn't know that.
But one of the poems in there is, you know, something I talk about, but it just came out of me. And it's just about how, I'll just give you a synopsis of it. And how at the Staten Island Museum of Tibetan Art, which I think is a place that still exists today, there was an old woman who I used to know there. And she used to always wear these peasant dresses, and she was kind of an 85-year-old hippie. And she, you know, I used to meet her, and they had a garden there, and it was a beautiful spring day. And I met her there one day, and she said to me something I have never forgotten. She said to me, Stuart, she said, everybody worries about what they're going to come back in their next lifetime. Me, I just want to come back like a spring day. I mean, it touched me so, the simplicity of it, you know, touched me so deeply to be reborn as a spring day. You know, I mean, it's just, to me, it was just extraordinary. And it became a poem. I wrote it as a poem in my book. And that's how I'm looking at life now, you know, with that kind of simplicity, that kind of love, that kind of openness, that kind of daring, that kind of simplicity. And I'm grateful that this is coming now, and I'm happy to share it with whomever comes to the classes. And hopefully it'll inspire people to find that kind of love and simplicity inside themselves.
Yeah, your poem, the outside realm of time, you know. Wow.
That was the poem. That's the poem that started the whole thing.
Amazing, you know, how huge.
The poem that started it all, Atsuko, was that poem that you sent back to me. Now I have a whole book of poems, very nice poems. I like them a lot, you know. There's 130 poems or something.
I like to see that. Yeah.
Anyway, I'm trying to get them published, and we'll see what happens.
I'll get, yes. Wonderful, amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, like a sacred book talk of no more this human life. I talk about reading in a book about a real person, you know, just talking about this is amazing. This is truly amazing. I'm so glad.
Does anyone else have a question they would like to ask? Okay, if there are no more questions or comments or anything. You know, if it wasn't for these classes over the last couple of years on Zoom, and I must admit, I'm getting a little tired of going and teaching on Zoom. I wish all of you were sitting in my apartment today. I really do. And I know that's kind of people are from all over the world here, you know. But the constant and continuous daily practice of teaching this over the last 2 years has brought about this inner state in myself. And I must share my gratitude with all of you for being part of that and for helping me to get there. You know, it's part of it, and my job is to help you, and your job is to help yourself, and also to help me develop my spiritual life. And everything I spoke about tonight really is a byproduct of what has taken place in these classes over the last few years. So thank you and bless you all. And I mean, I'm not going to stop teaching these classes, although I'm getting tired of looking into a computer, you know. But God bless you all and thank you. And there'll be a class on Wednesday evening. Next Monday, I won't be having a class because I have to go have that thing done with my eye, which I do about every 2 months or so. But there will be class on Wednesday evening. And God bless you all. Thank you. And looking forward to seeing everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much, Stuart.
You're welcome.
That was great.
All right.
Thank you.